Turn up.
Phil Collins? The rhythms of the Texas Revolution resonated with a very young Phil Collins, especially the Battle of the Alamo and Davy Crockett.
It was just something that grabbed me, as did drumming, because they both happened at the same time when I was about 5 years old.
Collins says it all started with Fess Parker as Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
I just want to come in and I figured I'll report. I'm Davy Crockett from Tennessee.
It's on, okay, I'm coming. You know, put the hat on.
Don't reckon I'm much more than a high private. Why, you're the most famous fighting man of our time.
I came across it on TV and that was really it. And then by the time we got to the last episode of King of the Wild Frontier, you know, the Alamo, I was well and truly hooked.
Collins would go on to be a mega rock star with Genesis and sold 150 million albums as a solo artist, touring the world, winning Grammys, Brits, and an Academy Award for his music. But he would always remember the Alamo.
I've just always loved even the shape of the facade. You know, there's something about it that's always drawn me to it. I'm not a musician anymore.
Now, Collins has amassed one of the biggest collections of Alamo memorabilia in the world.
There's the Crockett musketball pouch and his powder flasks.
Along with Davy Crockett's almanac, a Mexican cavalry officer's helmet, weapons, documents, and battlefield letters.
Phil Collins' collection is, well, it's what's been needed for a long time.
Dr. Bruce Winders is the curator at the Alamo.
He's made it a mission really to collect as much as he can. With his resources, he's amassing a collection that no museum has ever been able to do.
Collins even bought a building next to the Alamo and ripped out the floors.
And it was like, okay, we start digging.
They went 45 inches down to what is called the battle level.
There's a handmade dice that we found that was obviously made by some soldier, and buckles off shoes and buttons off jackets and cannon handles and a flattened cannonball that had hit the wall and bounced back. It was a great experience, I have to say.
And a great collection of Texas history that some hope will find its way back to the Alamo.
You know, that's the question, is what happens to his collection? I think most people would like to see it come to the United States at some part, or at some time, to be either on a temporary exhibit or permanently here. And, you know, that may happen.
But for now, Collins relishes every find, reliving the Battle of the Alamo as he wonders who held that musket, fired that cannon, or wrote that letter before the doomed defenders took a final breath and fought against all odds for freedom.
I think the thing that fascinates me, or one of the things that fascinates me, is the fact that we don't know. But I'm not the only one. I'm not the only strange one. There's quite a lot of Europeans that are interested.
Collins' book is called The Alamo and Beyond, A Collector's Journey. Now, Collins has nerve damage in his arms and has given up drumming. He says he just can't do it anymore. That's why he said he's not a musician anymore. And it was fascinating when he talked to me about his love for the Alamo. It's his full-time passion now, and he said a clairvoyant told him that he is a reincarnated Alamo survivor.